Hello and welcome to another episode of Overlord Explained. I'm Shergog, your host, and today we are going to take a closer look at whether or not Ainz Ooal Gown actually wanted to go back home or wants to stay in the new world. But before we're going to do so, let me quickly thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as a thanks to all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. And now with that said, let's get to the topic at hand. Ainz Ooal Gown doesn't want to return to his old homeworld, aka our world, but prefers to stay in the new world, and at the place where he is now needed most. And by the way, the reason why Ainz Ooal Gown is likely in the new world is because that a wild magic spell or ritual of the Dragon Emperor has misfired. So yes, Ainz Ooal Gown has indeed arrived in a new world, and is not trapped in the game world of Yggdrasil Online or something like this. He was transported to the new world in the form of his avatar, so he is not stuck in a video game. Likely his own soul is now inside the body of his avatar, which became real in this new world. However, anyone who has seen my previous video about Nanahoshi's Shizuka would know that not everyone in a new fantasy world would be happy and content there. But Ainz Ooal Gown lacks a lot of incentives to return to his old world, our own world, in the year of 2138. Firstly, to put it mildly, the world is a global dump. The rain is oily and slimy. The soil and the oceans are so polluted that nothing grows there anymore, and smog blocks out most of the sunlight. In other words, there is no ecosystem left, and humanity might as well be living on Mars or Venus in terms of biodiversity, plant life, and the environment in general. And the reason for all of this are decades of concentration of power in the hands of a few big companies and a nuclear war in Europe. And all of this has not only poisoned the land, but also the atmosphere, the air itself. It's completely normal to leave the house only with a gas mask. And even then, you must expect that not all toxins are filtered from the air. So by your early 30s, you might need a new set of lungs. And the workload in this hellscape is also so immense that karoshi, which means death by overwork, was the reason Ainz Ooal Gown lost his mother when he was a young child. Furthermore, education has become a luxury, and Ainz, with only an elementary school diploma, is now considered a qualified person, and got a salary job because of it. And although he lived in a tiny one-room apartment of about 10 to 15 square meters or 107 to 161 square feet, he was relatively well off for this world. And by the way, the apartment also has air filters, which you can see in this picture right here. Without them, no life would be possible inside the tiny room. And again, Ainz was essentially middle class, at least the middle class of this world. People like Ulbert and Ainz Ooal fared much worse financially, and people like Hiro were so broken down by work that they needed various medications just to cope with the stress, and were too exhausted to stay awake past midnight. And yes, if Hiro had stayed online past midnight, he too would have been transported to the new world with Ainz Ooal Gown, and the story of Overlord would have been drastically different. And of course, Ainz Ooal Gown was also single and had no children, and both his parents and all of his relatives are dead as well. So Ainz Ooal Gown had not a single reason for wanting to return from his new world home, especially since the new world had beautiful, pristine, untouched nature, clear air, and clean water, something that Ainz had only known from movies and the 6th level of Nazarick. In other words, the new world is better than Ainz' old worlds in every way, and the only reason he might want to return would be for his old friends. However, it seems that Ainz now has realized that he won't see them ever again, and that they might not be in the new world either. And therefore he prefers to stay with the children of his friends, the NPCs of Nazarick and take care of them. But, and this needs to be emphasized once again, despite being a miserable world in which Ainz had lived his entire life, he would have tried everything to return if he had a wife, parents or children in order to take care of them. This once again shows that Ainz, while not necessarily be driven by strong emotions anymore, still has a strong sense of duty and belonging. Okay, so that's for the question of whether or not Ainz Ooal Gown wants to leave the new world, which is no, since he has no relatives back at home. And with that said, I say thank you very much for watching. Feel free to leave your comments, thoughts and ideas down in the comment sections, and while you do so, I say thank you very much for watching and special thanks to Ada Daddy Ada, Bad Guy Ye, Bad Burrito 316, Bezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Dragonlord, Placy Du Saxophone, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia the Second, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feralchivan, Guy with That Hat, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Loverazor, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, oh hell no, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Phantom, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Cune Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rag Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenukai, and Zonegon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon under my next video.